from an early age. You started coding at 10. First things you built were a video game at 11. And then eventually, 10 years later, 21, you programmed the initial versions of VK single-handedly. Can you talk to me about your programming journey that led to the creation of VK? What was the VK stack? Was it PHP mostly? How did you figure out how to program websites? All of that.
I wasn't interested in programming websites at first. I didn't even have access to the internet when I was 10 years old. But I liked video games. I didn't have enough of them. And the scarcity forced me to start building them, more computer games, just to play myself.
Yeah.
It's actually an interesting thing that we sometimes don't realize it, but scarcity leads to creativity. And one of the reasons you have so many people who love to code coming from the Soviet Union or other places which didn't have much access to modern technology and, more importantly, modern entertainment, is that perhaps we were not so much distracted by all this abundance of different entertainment options, which is not to say it's bad to have those options. It's just a fact that we sometimes don't appreciate. So I started to build computer games. My brother would sometimes guide me. For example, I would create a turn-based strategy. Of course, 2-dimensional. Back then, 3-dimensional was too much for me. But it wasn't as slick in terms of the scrolling FPS, frames per second, parameter. And I asked my brother how to optimize it. He would guide me. And this kind of learning and training really shaped my coding skills when I was younger. And then I started to create video games for my classmates. When we played, for example, tic-tac-toe on an infinite field in my class during the breaks, not tic-tac-toe, the 3 in a row. This was about 5 in a row on an infinite field. This is a much more interesting game. And it gets quite complicated if you keep playing it. My classmates used to love it. And some of my classmates were really smart, champions of math Olympiads, sons and daughters of professors at the university. And I decided, no, I want to win every single time. I don't want to lose even a single time. So how do I win? I need to practice more. But how do I practice more? I need an opponent stronger than myself. So I coded this game so that I would play against the computer. And the computer would calculate, I think, 4 moves in advance to choose the optimal strategy. That wasn't enough. 4 moves in advance, I would still win over it. If I tried to calculate 5 or 6, it was too slow. So I asked my brother to help me out here. So he made this algorithm. Eventually, I trained myself to win every single time, even with the computer back then. We didn't have modern CPUs, and I could still retain some self-confidence. Would go back to school during breaks, play with my classmates, and soon people started to lose interest. None of my classmates wanted to play this game anymore. I killed the game. There's
Yeah.
So after that, when I got into the St. Petersburg State University, it was quite boring just to study because it was too easy. So I thought, what can I do there? I created a website for the students of my faculty first. I organized the creation of digital answers to all exams and digitalized version of all lectures, which was something very unique back then. Remember, it was 25 years ago. I would put together a website where I would publish all these materials, and pretty soon it became super popular. I opened a discussion forum there. In a few years, I expanded to the university with all of its other departments, and then to other universities. We ended up having tens of thousands of users just as a students portal. We had all kinds of social features there, friends lists, photo albums, profiles, blogs, all of it. It was quite successful. And after I graduated the university, one of my ex-classmates from the school reached out to me after reading about my successes in a newspaper, the main business newspaper of St. Petersburg. And he asked me, "Are you trying to build a Russian Facebook?" I said, "I'm not sure. What's Facebook?" So we met. Since he graduated an American university 2 years before that, he showed me Facebook. I thought, well, I can already have all of this technology, but it's valuable to know which elements I should get rid of in order to scale this thing and have millions of users. This is also something people don't appreciate, that sometimes in order to move forward and have more success, you have to get rid of things, including technology. Getting rid of features is super important.
Simplify, both for scaling and for making it amenable to just growing the user base where people get it immediately.
Yes. Otherwise, it's just too complicated for the new user. The existing users will be happy, they'll be praising you, they will be asking you to add more stuff to make it even more complicated. So it's easy to lose track and get disoriented if you're only relying on the feedback of existing users. So as a result, I started the website called VKontakte, or VK. It means in touch in Russian, initially to solve my own personal